In this video, we will look at how to solve word problems involving multiplicative comparison. Multiplicative comparison is when we compare two things or sets using multiplication, such as twice as many or double, which means that there are two sets more. So looking at this next word problem, we are going to go through the 3 reads, then we're going to write our equation, show our model, and then answer the word problem in a complete sentence. So we're doing our first read. Gabby read 3 times as many books as Mark. Mark read 4 books. How many books did Gabby read? So during our first read, we're just going to summarize what is happening in this story. And in this story, Gabby and Mark are reading books. For our second read, we're going to read through to find the question. Gabby read 3 times as many books as Mark. Mark read 4 books. How many books did Gabby read? So what we need to find out is the number of books Gabby read. Number of books Gabby read. For our last read, we are going to be looking for the important information. Gabby read 3 times as many books as Mark. Mark read 4 books. How many books did Gabby read? So I'm looking back for my numbers, and I see 3 times as many books as Mark, and that Mark read 4 books. So when I'm using multiplicative comparison and see this times within the word problem, I'm going to write blank times as many as blank is blank. So now I can look back at the problem and fill in the information in this sentence stem. So I see times, and we already looked up here as times. So we have 3 times. So the number of sets we're going to have is 3. So we have 3 times, or 3 sets of, so 3 times as many as Mark. So now I need to look in the word problem to see if I know how many books Mark read. So Mark, in our next sentence, it says Mark read 4 books. So Gabby read 3 times as many as Mark, or 4 books. And that is going to be how many Gabby read, or it's our unknown, so we will use n. Using our sentence stem, we can write our equation. So we have 3 times 4 equals n. Or 3 times as many as Mark is how much Gabby read. So using our bar model, we know that Mark is our base. Mark read 4. So we're going to represent Mark in this box. And then to show Gabby, we will have 3 times as many. So we need 3 sets. So we have 1 set of 4, 2 sets of 4, and 3 sets of 4. So this shows that Gabby read 1, 2, 3 times as many as Mark. And then we can skip count to find out how many Gabby read, or to find our product. So we have 4, 8, 12. So our answer is 12. N equals 12. Now that is our product, but we still need to answer the question. And remember, the question is the number of books Gabby read. So our answer in a nice complete sentence is going to be Gabby read 12 books. Now this type of multiplicative comparison is when we know how many times and how many we are comparing to, like this one, Mark read 4. But sometimes they are not as easy. So let's look at another example, still using Gabby and Mark. So in this word problem, we have Gabby read 4 times as many books as Mark. If Gabby read 12 books, how many books did Mark read? So if we're going through our 3 reads, our word problem is still about Gabby and Mark reading books. Or we could even say the number of books Gabby and Mark read. In our second read, we're going to look for the question. Gabby read 4 times as many books as Mark. If Gabby read 12 books, how many books did Mark read? So the mystery that we're trying to find out here is how many books Mark read. So in this problem, we don't know how much Mark read. So we're looking for a number of books Mark read. Now in our third read, we're still going to be looking for blank times as many as blank is blank. So looking back at our word problem, Gabby read 4 times as many books as Mark. If Gabby read 12 books, how much did Mark read? So looking back with how many times, we already see 4 times as many. So right there, I know I can put 4 here. Now the next 2 lines are the struggle. So the first thing I might think of is who read more books. So Gabby is the one that read 4 times as many as Mark. So it looks like Gabby read more books. So she's going to have the bigger number. And what we're comparing it to is Mark. So this first sentence here is going to give us our huge clue to how to fill out this sentence stem. Gabby read 4 times as many books as Mark. So this blank is going to be comparing how many books that she read compared to Mark. Now, if we remember back to our question, we don't know how many books Mark read. So we're going to represent that as N. We don't know, so we're going to put N there. Now this says that this is how much Gabby read. Gabby read 4 times as many as Mark. So this one is how many Gabby read, and she read 12 books. So we'll put 12 here. Now remembering how to write our equation, we put 4 times as many as N equals 12. Or we know when we have a missing factor, that really means we need to divide. So we are going to take our product, 12, and divide by 4 equals N. To represent this as a bar model, we still have Mark and Gabby. Gabby read more than Mark, so we're going to put Gabby on the bottom to represent how many Gabby read. She's going to be 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4 times as many as Mark. But we don't know how much Mark read, so we're going to use this as N. So this model might not be the best one for me to find out how many we put in here to get to 12. So what I might draw instead is a model to represent the 12 books Gabby read in an array of 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now I can see that I have 4 sets, and we can see how many that Mark read. And he read 1, 2, 3. So 12 divided by 4 equals 3, or N equals 3. This is another good model to show 4 times as many as n. So this is one group, this is 2 groups, 3 groups, and 4 groups. 4 times how many Mark read. So in this one represents Mark. So to write it in a nice complete sentence, let me move this up a little bit. We could say Mark read 3 books.